This being, I was out mowing in the pasture. Our very back is just loaded with briars and tree saplings, and so I'm trying to get all that mowed down so that I can start seeding back there and improve the forage. But so anyway, so I was mowing along and my mower just the drive quit, and so I believe that the belt came off, and so I've experienced this before, and I pretty much know what I need to get. So I'm up at the house now to gather some tools, take out there and do a little field repair. All right, well, headed back out to the pasture. I've got wrenches and pry bar. Also have a hammer in my hammer loop, because sometimes it's there's a pulley or something that needs to be pried in order to get the belt back on it. And I just noticed I've got some low fence. Let me we use electric fence for nearly all of our animals, and it's really effective because it's a psychological barrier. So once the animal experiences the pain of touching it, and when I say animal, I also include me, because I've touched it quite a few times and I've experienced the pain. And so I have, like most normal people, an aversion to pain. So I avoid touching it, and so do the animals. So, but it's not very effective if it's hanging low. Sometimes a cow or a bull. Yeah, sometimes they notice this and they just decide, well, I can step over it. So let's see. So try and do this without touching the fence. I slip the wire into that insulator there and then stick it down in the ground. Okay, now it's up like it should be. My kids are great at what they do. They have an awesome work ethic that comes with growing up farming. Sometimes they, miss a detail, such as how low a fence might be and what the consequences of that might be. All right, now that's took care of. Continue on out into the pasture where the mower is. This is Mary, and that guy, that's Leon. Leon's our bull. A while back we had put a bell around Leon's neck because when he was younger, he's curious, and so sometimes he would sneak up on you and give you a rub down. And a rub down from a bull isn't that much fun. He's not being malicious. He's just acting like a kid, basically, who doesn't know his own strength. So anyhow, so I was telling you that because we put a bell around his neck so we could hear him, and knew where he was, and he couldn't sneak up on us. But so he got his nickname became Ding-a-Leon, because you'd hear him just dinging and donging everywhere he went. And he's a little goofy, so Ding-a-Leon suits him. All right. It's quite a walk. Kind of stinks when these things happen, and I can't keep a toolkit on my person at all times. And this mower is a walk-behind brush cutter, so there's really no place to keep tools, unlike a tractor, which nearly all tractors have a small toolbox attached where you can keep, a few wrenches and screwdrivers and extra hitch pins. So, yeah, this entire pasture back here was just deep and thick in saplings and briars, and there's plenty of good grass, but the Jersey cow is well, they're one of the most tender of all the bovine breeds, so they don't like to go deep into thorns to get the grass that's growing amongst it. All right, here we are. What we got to do first is take this mower and lay it on its side. Now, the manufacturer is going to tell you should drain the oil and gas before tilting this mower on its side, but being that we're out in the field, I'm just going to risk a little bit of leakage. I've rarely noticed anything really happening. So, all right, here we go. Time to flip. Yep, just like I thought. See, that belt came loose. I guess probably what happened was a stick or something got up in there and got between the belt and the pulley and helped it to slide off. So one downside to this, I kind of wish they had done some type of skid plate here on the bottom to help prevent that from happening, but it shouldn't be too bad. Would you believe that? I didn't need any of these tools to get that on there. It's probably part of the problem is there's not a lot of tension on that belt. So I'm going to flip it back over on its wheels and see if he'll crank up. Alright, well, you see it. That did the trick. I made a trip up to the house for nothing. But so you can see what I'm mowing down. This is actually the least dense of anything I've been doing. Now here we have a pecan tree. I've been finding lots and lots of pecan trees out here. Here's another one. I'm saving these guys because in a few years these will be bearing nuts, and they'll also give us shade back here. It's one of the other struggles of dairy in the south and any hot climate is the heat is brutal on a Jersey cow. So they've got to be able to get to some shade. But this is pretty much what I have left to do. You can see there's a big clump of pecan over there. Before we bought this place, they had bush hogged it probably about 6 months or so before, and they just bush hogged everything, and so a lot of these pecans are coming up in clumps from being cut down to the ground. Anyways, it's time to get back to work. Well, how about that? I did not need to take that long walk back to the house to get any tools and subject you all to my ramblings about electric fence and cows and our bull ding-a-leon. So anyways, but yeah, so I got that mower back up and running and finally got the last of the briars and brambles and brush cut down. Well, most of it, at least what's important. And so now all we need is some rain, and I can start overseeding the pastures with some good seed so that we can improve the forage for the cows and keep making some really good milk and hopefully cut our feed bill, because there's this saying that seed is cheaper than feed, and it's always better if you can let the animal harvest it instead of taking their food to the animal. So anyways, I want to do better videos about what we do. I enjoy sharing what we do. And so I hope that anyone who watched this enjoyed it, and if you did like this, then please click the like button and subscribe, and I would love to see y'all here again when we do the next video.